I forgot to say this while recording, but this video was inspired by this video by Aaron Nero. I cannot say this name, alright? So don't make fun of me. I have a speech impediment, clearly. I thought it'd be cool to make a version of that video, but for Grand Cross. So shoutouts to him. If you played Bleach Brave Souls, you definitely know who he is. So I don't want people to think I'm copying him. I am copying him, but without giving credit, alright? Alright, to the video. Alright, so with the game not having much going on, I think it's a great time to start talking about when to start saving and summoning, because we're just past a collab. I guess the banner's still here, but we're past a collab, right? And it's gonna leave in 2 days. We just got a very easy skip sort of banner for free-to-play players. So what's up with the rest of the year? What banner should you be looking forward to and stuff like that? So obviously I am not a magician. I don't think even low-class magicians would be able to figure out the whole schedule of the year, but based on the previous years we've had, it's kind of, I don't want to say easy, but in a way you can tell the direction of how banners end up being throughout the year. So right now we are towards the tail end of February, and it is very easy for me to say that we're gonna get a festival at the end of the month, most likely on the 29th, so last day of the month, because it's a Thursday. For the past 2 years or 3 years? Yeah, for the past 3 years, we've had a banner, festival banner, at the end of February, so it's very easy to tell. Last year we got Mael, the year before we got Diane, and the year prior we got Merlin. So at the end of this month, we are getting a festival. Who's it gonna be? Very difficult to tell. There's not that many characters I can think of left, other than like Excalibur Arthur, which for me I think is gonna be Anniversary, but I don't know, right? Or it could be a Ragnarok. I don't know, but there is gonna be a festival, and regardless of what character it is, festivals are always very, it's so impossibly rare that a festival is not worth summoning on. They're always worth summoning for. I genuinely cannot think of a single festival that has ever released where there had been no value to it in the game at whatsoever. Genuinely, zero festivals. Even if you think of the worst festivals we ever got, like Kusok, he was a god tier bird farmer back then, and that when bird farming was relevant, right? And he was meta in PvP. Even the worst of the worst festivals we've ever got have been redeemable. You know what I mean? So festivals are always good. Genuinely, I cannot think of a single time a festival was unredeemable. Because even Light Liz from the 3rd anniversary, which was a very mid PvP character, was godlike for certain other activities in the game, such as point-based activities. If you played Guild Boss at all, if you played freaking Final Boss, right? She was completely a must. So, festivals so far have never been a miss. Oh, Assault Melee. Okay, apart from Assault Melee, they have never been a miss. But, so that's the end of February. After that, we're probably going to be getting a pretty dead banner. When I look at all of the years, the first banner in March is always a dead banner. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be the same thing again, but if you go by last year, for example, we got Ludociel. This one, it was a dead banner. The year before that, we got Red Hawk. Was it the Red Base Hawk? Red Hawk, and also Red Hawk. I believe it was this one. This banner, I don't know if they do it on purpose, but no, it was Hawk and also, sorry. It was Red Hawk and also. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but it's genuinely, I'm looking at the history of banners. It's always a bad character. Blue Elaine was 2021. This one. This character wasn't good, but. So March is going to be an easy skip for everyone, so that's good. Or at the very least, the beginning of March, that is. Now, for the past 2 years, the last banner of March has been Ragnarok. So there is a new demonic beast that's teased. The devs have talked about it on the dev notes, and it's in the there's like some information about the Demonic Beast in the files as well. So it could be the release of the Demonic Beast at the end of March, and alongside it could be the character made for it, but it's very hard to tell because at the end of March last year we didn't get Demonic Beast, we just got Red Megalda. Oh no, didn't Red Megalda come out of Snake? Okay, that might be the case. We're probably going to be getting the new Demonic Beast then, if I had to guess, with a character made kind of for it. We usually get a character that's made kind of for the activity, and then the character that's super made for the activity. For example, when Bird first dropped, we got Green Brynhilder, which was a pretty good character for Bird, but it wasn't like if you had the character, it was a guaranteed win. Until Megalda, which actually wasn't the case either, because she was kind of mid, but she got a Holy Relic that made her good. Maybe not the best example. Maybe Jormungandr's the best better example. In any case, the character that's made for the beast doesn't come out alongside the beast. You have to wait a little bit. If we go by the snake, I think it's not very good because we actually got a relic made for it and a character. Deer might be a better example. So for Deer, when Deer came out, we actually got Scotty, which was a character that was pretty decent for it, but not like amazing for it, just pretty good. And then at the end of March, so for reference, Scotty released in January with the Deer, and then at the end of March of 2022, we got Jormungandr, which was a character that carried you through the activity. So could be a good chance that this could happen, kind of like a little bit different, where it would be more like last year, where we actually got Red Megalda in this slot. And Red Megalda was a character sort of made for Snake. Not the greatest thing ever for Snake, just kind of good for it. I can't find it right now. Just kind of, yeah, right here. Just kind of good for it. These characters, sometimes they're like pretty good to summon for. Like I would say all of the characters that were kind of made for the Demonic Beast, but not entirely, are very good. Like you look at Brynhilder, she's very good. Freyr is very good. Scotty's very good. Red Megalda is the only one I'm like, well, she's good, but she's kind of like narrow on what she can do. Like all these other characters I mentioned, they're very good from other things as well. So who knows? Whatever Ragnarok character we end up getting for this time slot, if it is a Ragnarok character, could be one to potentially summon for or skip. We're gonna have to see exactly how good they will be. Oh, okay, I forgot to mention March. For the past, I think 2 years, we got 2 end of month banners. Yeah, a step up and a regular banner. So Megalda was a step up, right? And so was Ban. So Ragnarok Ban. He was also a step up. I'm not gonna look for him right now. And then we actually got another banner on top of it. So March is a little more filled. The end of month banner for March really was Jormungandr for 2021. But before her, there was a Ragnarok Ban banner. So step up banners are usually an easy skip. But if you want to throw in the first 2 multis because they're cheaper, it might be worth summoning for. But in any case, yeah, it's 2 banners, which just means 2 attempts of taking your gems. Hold strong. I'm not gonna lie, beginning of April is kind of hard to really tell, because I look at 2021, we got Executioner's Eldris, which was a Holy War festival, but they don't make Holy War festivals anymore. They kind of ditched that whole concept. But you look at 2022, at the beginning of April, we actually got Tarmiel. And, I mean, he is a really good unit. Right, he was a mistake, is what he was. But that's like just a regular character from the story. But you look at 2023, and we actually got Red Goddess Liz, which is a seasonal. So I could see we're getting another seasonal version of a character we already have again, sort of like this Liz, which would be an easy skip. Unlikely they would actually make a very good character at this moment, like rehashing an already existing character, because if you rehash a character that's already in the game, let's say they're like a year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, their stats are so bad. But April can be very interesting because when you look at April, every single year, except 2020, April has had a collab. So at 2021, so 2019, April was not a thing for Grand Cross because Grand Cross was in June. 2020, we got no collab in April, but 2021, 2022, and 2023, we have gotten collabs in April. And in the dev notes, they've said that collabs are going to be a priority for the game this year. So I think there's a really good chance of a collab in April. 2021, we had Stranger Things. Hopefully, we do not get them ever again. And what was it, 2022? How can I forget? 2022, we got Slime. I would not mind Slime to return. Honestly, if they can just bring back Rimmer and buff his stats, dude, that they don't even need to change his passive. Even though, like, at this point in time, his passive is kind of simple. It's kind of timeless. Like, it really is. His passive is still... It's just so well made. He just needs better stats because he's pretty old at this point, right? And 2023, we got... who? Oh, yeah, it is who. It's him. We got him. Rudy's. It's whatever. But yeah, I think there's a really good possibility we get another collab at the April. It might seem like, oh, it's kind of soon for another collab, but you look at collab history for Grand Cross, they've never cared about making collabs too close to the other. You look at ReZero, the first ReZero collab released, and then a month later, not KOF, a month later we got Stranger Things. And same thing for, was it 2022, where we got 2 collabs back to back as well. We got Shield Hero and was it KOF rerun? No. It was someone else's rerun. In any case, they don't care that much about making collabs close together, and I think April is a very good chance for another collab, so that's something to definitely be conscious of. Now, May is kind of tough. I think I'm going to throw my hat in and say that this is one that's hard to guess, because every year May is kind of different. But in any case, I think it doesn't matter. We might get a catastrophe, because we haven't had a catastrophe in a little while now. Rocksteady released in December, and that was the last one. Whatever we get, it doesn't matter. Whatever we get in May, we're going to get a free character for pre-anniversary. And then we're going to be getting the anniversary right after, at the end of May. End of May, beginning of June is anniversary for Grand Cross. Usually end of May. It just kind of has to line up with when Thursday would be. Yeah, it will be end of May. So May the 30th will probably be anniversary. Whatever we get in the beginning of May does not matter. You're going to be skipping. If it's even like a paid banner at all, it's probably going to be just a free banner, and then we get the actual anniversary, just like we've had previously. Anniversary is up in the air, whatever it could be, but I would say it is going to be a must summon. Every anniversary is a must summon, not just because the character, but also the units in the banner. You go by last year with Ban, yeah, he was a terrible character at launch, but he did get buffed. I think if they missed the ball with a festival, they will come back and help them. You know, they've done that before. They've done it with Ban. They've done it with Zeldris. Not Demon King Zeldris. Executioner Zeldris. And they will do it again if need be. Alright? Anniversary Festival is probably going to be OP. And if it's not, the banner is probably going to be OP. Because this guy is very likely going to be in there. So, whatever the case will be, anything that comes out in the beginning of May is irrelevant. And honestly, if the collab, if there's a collab in April, isn't the greatest thing ever either, anniversary is probably more of something. Like, anniversary is highly unlikely to be disappointing in terms of power. The character might not be something that will, you know, get everyone excited. Like, Liz gets the Japanese player base very excited usually, but not so much over here. People don't care as much about Liz, but Ban was pretty hype over here. Whatever character we end up getting for anniversary doesn't matter. The power of the character is very likely going to be high. So that's what matters at the end of the day. I think that post anniversary is very hard to predict. So June, if you look at the history of banners, it's kind of all over the place. I think there's a really good chance we get a wedding unit. So you look at some of the banners we've had post anniversary have been weddings, like this red Brynhilder. Could be a wedding banner, which would tell me that it could just be another Ragnarok wedding character, like a what's her face? Her, for example, or Skadi, or Jormungandr. I wouldn't be too surprised about that. Or in general, I would say, because this year we haven't had a single Ragnarok banner yet, and it's already been 2 months, there's gonna be more coming. Listen, Ragnarok dominated last 2 years. Look how many characters we got for Ragnarok for the past 2 years. They've been around. So I have to throw in a Ragnarok banner in there. Just say it's probably coming. And I wouldn't be surprised to get some more. If it's not a festival, that's all I care about. And yeah, June is really tough. You look at all the... Last year, we got Gring Arthur and Tristan. Now, Gring Arthur was a free banner, so I'm not going to really include him. But Tristan was an interesting pick, and I'd love to see a relic for him coming up, but that's not a banner, right? Something to help with a team, some sort of support is what I would hopefully think it would come after anniversary, not something major. It never is something major post-anniversary. Well, speaking of Furia, July, we do get swimsuit every single year. So one of the girls that don't have a swimsuit character yet, I would venture to assume is gonna get one. Like I said, some of these characters from Ragnarok that don't have a lot of these seasonal versions, I can definitely expect to get. You know, Sky doesn't have it, Jormungandr doesn't have it. Hell, not even Hell. Like, maybe even Hell, dude. Like, I don't know. So, but, you know, there's also a bunch of other girls that don't have swimsuit versions. So, I would venture to guess one of these girls that don't have one already will get one. But most importantly, at the end of July, we get another festival. And I'm looking at the history of the festivals here. And July hardly seems to, I mean, hardly... Two out of 3, or even 3 out of 3, has not really disappointed. I said already that festivals don't really disappoint in terms of performance, really. Demon King released last July, and the July before that was Estarossa, and the July before that was... Oh, we're here. Margaret. Now, Margaret is old enough that maybe if you weren't playing when she came out, you might not remember. At launch, she was absolute garbage, but she got buffed. Like I said, if a festival is really terrible, there's a really good chance they're gonna make them good so that people summon for them, right? After the buff, sort of like Bon, she became the best unit in the game. So July festivals have a really good track record. I would expect another good festival after that. That would be the banner I would really suggest saving for after anniversary. Like I said, post anniversary, we have, you know, not that much time until this July festival when I look at it, because we have end of May, we get the festival, then we have June, and then already at the end of July another festival. Not much time. I would skip everything until this, unless the swimsuit character is like insanely good. I have to say, beginning of August is a really weird one. Last year we got this Margaret like swimsuit, which August is still summer, so it makes sense. We might get another summer character, but you look at the other characters we got for previous years. Beginning of August 2022, we actually got, not this one, the other Blue Zeldris, wherever he is, this guy, which was a seasonal, by the way, even though he has nothing to do with like summer or something. Like, he's just a seasonal that is Zeldris, whatever, right? And then the beginning of August before that, in 2021, we had, where is he? Festival Kusok, because there was a time when they thought, oh, let's release 2 festivals together. It's going to be so cool and epic, and everyone hated it. Very, very epic stuff, guys. And one of them was Kusok. In any case, It's very strange. And then in 2020, we got Camilla. Like, very difficult to guess, but given that last year, I think is the easiest one to go and say, okay, this looks more reasonable. I think we might get another swimsuit, or, I don't know, just, I don't even know, dude. Maybe a character that goes with the festival, very hard. End of August is also a pretty wacky one. No year correlates to each other, it's kind of random. Last year we got Green Matrona, but I look at the other years, it's nothing like it. But I would say in 2022, what we did get at the end of August was Tonar as a step up, which if by this point, at the end of August, we don't already have the character made for the Beast, it could be a character made for the Beast at this point. Maybe this could be the window for it, but most importantly, we also got another collab with Reinhard and Echidna as a part 2 for ReZero. Looking for Echidna here. So they have said that they want to make collabs a priority this year, and I mean, August is already kind of decently far from April again. We could get another collab once more. Oh yeah, this is what I was thinking, yeah. We had ReZero Part 2, and then we got Shield Hero pretty much back to back in 2022. Yeah, that, like I said, they don't really, I don't think, care about spacing all these collabs, to be honest. But this is what happened in 2022. It didn't happen last year. I would say it's a pretty decent chance, if they have mentioned in the patch notes they want to focus on it, or not patch, sorry, dev notes, then I don't know, man. Could be, or it could not be, but I just want to point that out. Okay, sorry, I forgot, because of course I forgot. They are irrelevant. August last year, end of August, we did get a collab. We got Aaron. I forgot. I legitimately forgot about him. No, yeah, end of August last year, we also got a collab, just like 2022. Didn't we get in 2021? No. I mean, good chance. I think end of August is a really good chance for another collab. 3 collabs in 1 year? Dude, didn't they do 4 collabs in 2022? Or am I tripping? It was 1, 2, I think they did 3. Yeah, I think they did 3. Any case, 3 collabs doesn't sound like the worst thing ever, to be honest. September, we tend to get some pretty like random, forgettable characters. 2022, we actually got this Chandler, which clearly was meant to be the greatest thing ever. And then 2023, we actually got this, I forgot Fairies were, yep. Elaine right here, which to be honest, actually, at launch, it was actually pretty good. And to this day, she's not horrible or anything, but it's not like it definitely wasn't a hype character. That's what I mean, like, beginning of September or middle of September, we don't tend to get like a very hype character usually. Even in 2021, we actually got a festival in September, but only because of how, you know, the terrible release. Oh no, that makes sense. Yeah, September is a festival, but at the end of September. It was weirdly spaced out though. Beginning of September in 2021, we got Easton and Mono. Again, very not very rememberable characters, not very hype characters. We don't tend to get those in September. By the end of September, we do get festivals. So last year we got Hell, which any case, we should get a festival at the end of September. So, you know, pretty packed schedule when I look at it, you know. Think of the collabs, think of these festivals to save for. But to be honest, you know, looking at them and saying them back to back to back, it does sound a lot worse than it actually is. If you save accordingly and you don't spend your gems on terrible banners, it's not the worst thing ever. But when I say it like this, yeah, there's a festival here, there's probably another collab here, probably another seasonal here, probably another character made for Demonic Beast. Yeah, it does sound very packed, right? Okay, and I forgot. Other years in September, 2022 we actually got this Merlin, and then 2021 we got Festival Galfer. Where is he? So, looking at this track record, September festivals are usually not very hype, but that I don't think that's like by definition or on purpose. It's just kind of how it's been, I guess. October we should be looking at starting with a Halloween banner. Historically, Halloween banners have not very good characters. I'm looking at all the Halloween characters we've ever had. Genuinely, none of them are really all that. This Merlin's probably the best one we've ever got. Like for real, and she's not, like, even at launch day, she wasn't all that great. Halloween 2023, that's her. Halloween 2022, Green Easton. Oh, Green Easton is probably the best Halloween character we've ever had, but even her wasn't that amazing either. You know, like, then before that we had a Red Slater and Green Diane, also not very amazing characters. Halloween is definitely a banner that's easily skippable pretty much every single time so far. And I think you guys are not gonna want to hear this, but for the past 3 years, the end of October has had a collab. I'm not making this up. For the past 3 years, end of October has had a collab. So if we don't get a collab in August, I would be very, very suspicious of a collab in October. It's actually insane. Like, I'm looking here. 2021, 2022, 2023, there's been collabs. What about 2020? October of 2020. We did not have a collab in October of 2020. But yeah, for the past 3 years, there have been. We could, dude, I think that's, at this point, it would be too much. Either we get one in August or October. Although also, again, at the end of August, we've had collabs for the past, like, 3 years as well. Very strange. Like, dude, we've really been getting tons of them. For the past 3 years, did we get at the end of... Yeah. Damn. And in any case, end of October, if we do get another collab, it's probably gonna rerun. We've had reruns once at the end of October and regular collabs twice. I'm just saying it could be cool to, you know, match the one that we've missed. And damn, I think it's too many collabs. I think I'm predicting way too many collabs at this point. There's no way. They did say it though. But whatever. I'd love to see a rerun of ReZero. You know, if not in August, maybe in October. But if not, it's probably gonna be just a generic banner and nothing too special. No festival or anything like that. Oh, sorry. End of August. It's only been the past 3 years. 2021 we did not get a collab at the end of August because August still had a festival. So, well, take that for what you will. November last year started with a Green Hawk and also, but that does not matter. Every November we seem to get like a random like SSR ticket character, followed up by a really hype festival. Every November festival has been extremely hype. First November festival was Blue the One. Second November festival was King, this guy. And then third November festival so far has been the One Ultimate. And every single November festival has been game changing. So November, I'm saying, wait, no, I'm skipping one, right? Am I? Sorry, Liz. I'm clearly biased, but yeah, also another very OP character. So end of November, always a massively OP game-changing character. Think of what you will about this Liz, given melee now and whatever, but it is true, especially at their launch. But don't let me, you know, say that without also mentioning that at the end of December, the festival character tends to be even better. With the only exception of Assault Meliodas. Like, Assault Meliodas was genuinely, like, I think a mistake. They clearly wanted him to be better than the One, but they just messed up. But ever since, it's always been a Meliodas, right? Trader Melee was better than King. We got Purgatory Melee was better than the One Ultimate. We got Demon King Meliodas was better than Liz. We're probably going to be getting another Festival Meliodas at the end of December. So there's always a question, should I not even pull for the November Festival and just save for December? You could think about that when the time gets, but you're going to have a lot of other festivals and collabs to go through before then. But that's about it, and that's the end of the year. I'm not even going to mention the beginning of December banner. Beginning of December banner is irrelevant, dude. Why even bother? It doesn't, like, the character will not matter. it will be a garbage seasonal as it's always been. No, every Christmas character except like Blue Lilia has been garbage. Like this is legit the only decent like seasonal Christmas character we've ever had, I'm pretty sure. So I would not be too preoccupied. Summoning for the festival is way more important. Alright, that's the year.